Elon Musk's approach to problem solving, a step-by-step guide. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have the privilege of speaking about one of the most visionary entrepreneurs of our time, Elon Musk, and his approach to problem solving. Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, and the Boring Company, is known not only for his groundbreaking innovations, but also for his unique and highly effective approach to solving some of the world's toughest problems. So what can we learn from Elon Musk's approach? How does he break down complex challenges and turn them into opportunities? Let's take a closer look at his step-by-step problem-solving methodology. First principles thinking. At the core of Elon Musk's approach is the concept of first principles thinking. Musk uses this strategy to break problems down to their most fundamental truths rather than relying on analogy or conventional wisdom. What does this mean? Rather than accepting what's been done before or following existing methods, Musk strips everything down to the basics. He asks questions like, what do we really know for sure, or what are the underlying principles behind this problem? Why is it powerful? This process allows him to challenge assumptions and explore new, innovative solutions that others might overlook. Instead of thinking incrementally, Musk approaches challenges in a way that enables radical innovation. For example, when developing SpaceX's reusable rockets, Musk didn't accept the assumption that rockets had to be single-use, as is traditionally done. By breaking the problem down to the basic principles of aerodynamics and physics, he was able to design rockets that could be reused, drastically reducing the cost of space travel. 2. Break down the problem. Once Musk identifies the core principles, he breaks down the problem into smaller, more manageable pieces. He looks for solutions within each individual part, making complex issues simpler to address. What does this look like? Instead of focusing on the entire challenge, Musk dissects it into smaller chunks. This approach allows him to tackle one piece at a time, reducing the complexity and uncertainty associated with the bigger picture. Why is this important? By compartmentalizing a problem, Musk can focus his efforts on each piece individually, find solutions, and then recombine the elements into an integrated solution. Example, when Tesla was struggling to produce electric cars at scale, Musk broke the production process into smaller stages: the battery design, the motor, the assembly line, and more. He worked on improving each part until the overall system was optimized. 3. Seek out high-impact solutions. Musk doesn't focus on solving trivial problems. He targets solutions that can make a profound impact, both for his companies and the world. He aims to solve problems that are high leverage, meaning they have the potential to change entire industries or societies. What does this mean? Musk looks for ways to maximize the value of every solution. He is willing to take on monumental challenges because of the potential returns, both in terms of financial success and human progress. Why does this matter? By focusing on problems that can change the game entirely, Musk is able to direct his energy and resources toward things that matter most and can have the greatest impact. Example, SpaceX's mission to make life multiplanetary, or Tesla's quest to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy aren't small undertakings. They're ambitious, world-changing goals that push the boundaries of what is possible. 4. Develop iterative prototypes and test continuously. Elon Musk's next step is rapid iteration. Rather than waiting until everything is perfect, he pushes prototypes and products out into the world, tests them, and learns from the feedback. What does this look like? Musk is not afraid to fail. In fact, he embraces failure as a learning opportunity. His companies, from SpaceX's failed rocket landings to Tesla's early struggles, show that he is willing to go through multiple iterations before finding a winning solution. Why is this essential? Testing and refining a solution in real-world conditions allows Musk to identify flaws early, address them quickly, and keep moving forward without getting bogged down in perfectionism. Example, SpaceX has successfully launched numerous rockets, but they had to endure a series of failures to get there. Each failure was analyzed and corrected, making the next attempt stronger. 5. Use data and reasoning, not opinions. Elon Musk is known for making decisions based on hard data and rational reasoning, not gut feelings or popular opinions. He approaches problems with a scientific mindset, using data to guide his decisions. What does this mean? Musk doesn't let emotion or bias cloud his judgment. He looks at the facts and uses them to make informed decisions. This also means he's open to changing his mind based on new information or evidence. Why does this matter? By using data to back up his decisions, Musk minimizes risk and uncertainty, ensuring that his strategies are grounded in reality. Example, when Tesla was facing financial difficulties, Musk used data to analyze the viability of the company's future. And based on the numbers, he was able to make the bold decision to push for massive production increases with the Model 3. 6. Focus on the long-term vision. Musk's approach is not just about solving immediate problems, but about envisioning the future. He keeps a long-term perspective on everything he does. What does this mean? While many entrepreneurs focus on short-term profits, Musk is focused on long-term goals that will impact generations to come. His ultimate vision guides every decision he makes. Why is this critical? With a long-term focus, Musk is willing to make sacrifices now for the bigger picture. This enables him to take on bigger challenges and make decisions that others might consider too risky. Example, Musk has stated that his goal for SpaceX is to make humanity a multiplanetary species. This ambitious vision is what drives the company's innovations, even though it will take years or decades to fully achieve. 7. Embrace risk and uncertainty. Finally, one of Musk's core strategies is his willingness to take risks. He doesn't shy away from uncertainty or failure. In fact, he embraces it. What does this mean? Elon Musk is not afraid to tackle the unknown. He is comfortable with making bold, high-risk decisions because he understands that innovation is inherently uncertain and full of potential for failure. Why is this vital? The willingness to take risks allows Musk to push boundaries and break through barriers that would stop others. His companies, from SpaceX to Tesla, have succeeded because Musk had the courage to venture into uncharted territories. Example, Musk took huge personal financial risks when he invested nearly all his wealth to keep both SpaceX and Tesla afloat during their early days, betting on his belief that these companies would eventually change the world. Elon Musk's approach to problem solving is not just about finding answers to immediate issues, but about developing a deep understanding of the challenges, breaking them down into manageable parts, and persistently working toward long-term goals. Through his use of first principles thinking, rapid iteration, data-driven decisions, and a fearless embrace of risk, Musk has revolutionized multiple industries and continues to shape the future. As we move forward in our own lives and careers, we can take inspiration from Musk's relentless pursuit of solutions, his bold vision for the future, and his unwavering commitment to innovation. At the core of Elon Musk's approach is the concept of first principles thinking. Musk uses this strategy to break problems down to their most fundamental truths, rather than relying on analogy or conventional wisdom. This method is rooted in a deep, logical process of understanding the very essence of a problem and rebuilding solutions from the ground up. First principles thinking starts with questioning everything. Instead of assuming that things must be done in a certain way, simply because that's how they've been done before, Musk challenges these assumptions. He strips away the common knowledge and preconceived notions surrounding the issue. This allows him to see the problem from a fresh perspective, uninfluenced by outdated or limiting ways of thinking. It's about looking at a problem not through the lens of previous solutions, but by asking, what are the most basic elements of this problem? What do we know for certain? By breaking a problem down to its most fundamental truths, Musk uncovers insights that others may miss. For example, in the early days of SpaceX, Musk sought to understand the real cost of building rockets. Instead of accepting the expensive prices from traditional aerospace companies, he analyzed the raw materials involved like aluminum, titanium, and carbon fiber and calculated that the cost could be drastically reduced by manufacturing the rockets in-house. This approach allowed him to develop rockets at a fraction of the cost of traditional models, defying conventional wisdom about rocket engineering and space exploration. Another example of first principles thinking in action is Tesla's battery technology. Instead of relying on existing battery designs, Musk's team deconstructed the chemistry and physics behind energy storage. This led to the creation of more efficient, lower-cost batteries, further advancing electric vehicle technology and making electric cars more viable for the mass market. By focusing on the most fundamental aspects of any problem, Musk is able to innovate in ways that others simply cannot. He doesn't just accept the status quo or mimic solutions that have been successful in the past. Instead, he looks for new ways to solve old problems, bringing a level of creativity and efficiency that challenges industry norms. In short, first principles thinking is about questioning assumptions, breaking down complex problems to their fundamental truths, and using that knowledge to build novel solutions. It's a powerful tool that allows Musk to innovate and push the boundaries of what's possible in industries that are often resistant to change. Once Musk identifies the core principles, he breaks down the problem into smaller, more manageable pieces. This approach is crucial because large, complex challenges can often seem overwhelming and insurmountable when looked at as a whole. By deconstructing a problem into its component parts, Musk is able to address each element individually, making the overall issue more approachable and solvable. This method of breaking down a problem allows for targeted solutions. Instead of tackling everything at once, Musk focuses on the specific areas that need the most attention. For example, when working on Tesla's electric vehicles, rather than focusing on the entire process of making and selling cars, Musk looked at individual components such as the battery design, electric motor, and powertrain and sought ways to improve each of them separately. This allows for more detailed innovation in each area, which can then be integrated to create a more effective and efficient product overall. Another example can be found in the development of the SpaceX rockets. In the early days of SpaceX, the company faced numerous challenges in building a reliable rocket. Musk didn't focus solely on the rocket as a whole. He broke the problem down into several key elements, such as the engines, the materials used in construction, and the launch and recovery process. Each of these parts was addressed individually with a focus on improving their performance. By working on the engines, for example, SpaceX was able to develop the Falcon 9's powerful, reusable engines, which became a critical part of the company's success. Similarly, by focusing on optimizing materials for better cost efficiency, SpaceX was able to lower the overall cost of building rockets. This approach also means that Musk is able to prioritize. When faced with a large problem, he can assess which smaller problems need the most immediate attention and which can be tackled later. This helps him avoid feeling bogged down by the enormity of the task at hand. He can make steady progress by addressing one part of the problem at a time. It's a strategy that allows for constant improvement as progress in one area feeds into other aspects of the larger challenge. By focusing on breaking down complex problems into smaller, manageable components, Musk simplifies the process and makes it more efficient. This way, even seemingly insurmountable tasks can be tackled in a systematic, structured manner. The success of this approach lies in understanding that big problems are often just a collection of smaller problems that can be solved individually, making the whole process of problem solving much more feasible. Elon Musk is known for making decisions based on hard data and rational reasoning, not gut feelings or popular opinions. This data-driven approach is central to his ability to solve complex problems and innovate in industries that are often driven by tradition or established practices. Musk's scientific mindset allows him to focus on facts and evidence rather than being swayed by emotions, assumptions, or the status quo. When faced with a challenge, Musk gathers as much data as possible and uses it to make informed decisions. Instead of relying on anecdotal evidence or industry norms, he looks at hard numbers and uses them to guide his next steps. This ensures that every decision is grounded in reality and not influenced by subjective biases. For instance, when Tesla was working on perfecting its electric car batteries, Musk and his team didn't just rely on existing knowledge about battery technology. They collected data on performance, energy efficiency, lifespan, and cost, and then used that information to design better, more effective batteries. By doing this, they were able to push the boundaries of battery technology and significantly improve the range and affordability of electric cars. Musk also uses data to constantly evaluate the effectiveness of his company's operations. SpaceX, for example, tracks thousands of data points during each rocket launch and landing attempt. Every launch is meticulously analyzed with engineers reviewing data on everything from rocket performance to environmental conditions. If a rocket fails or encounters an issue, Musk doesn't rely on speculation about what went wrong. Instead, he examines the raw data to pinpoint the exact failure point and figure out how to fix it. This rational approach allows for continual learning and improvement, turning each failure into an opportunity for progress. In addition to using data to drive decisions, Musk applies reasoning to solve problems logically. He approaches challenges by breaking them down step by step, looking at all possible variables and eliminating potential solutions that don't make sense based on the available evidence. For example, when designing the Tesla Model 3, Musk's team had to solve numerous engineering problems related to manufacturing efficiency, battery placement, and safety. Instead of accepting constraints or following conventional methods, they used reason and testing to come up with optimal solutions that were both cost-effective and innovative. The emphasis on data and reasoning also helps Musk stay objective. In many industries, there can be a temptation to follow trends or make decisions based on popular opinion. However, Musk is known for questioning conventional wisdom and thinking independently. His ability to step back from prevailing opinions and focus on the facts allows him to identify opportunities others might overlook. For example, while many experts doubted the viability of electric vehicles when Musk founded Tesla, he analyzed the data on energy consumption, environmental impact, and advancements in battery technology. By focusing on these objective factors, he was able to see that electric vehicles were not only feasible, but could eventually surpass traditional gas-powered cars in performance and sustainability. In essence, Musk's reliance on data and reasoning allows him to make better, more informed decisions free from the influence of personal biases or external pressure. His scientific approach to problem solving has been key to his success, as it enables him to tackle problems in a logical, systematic way that maximizes efficiency and effectiveness. This approach also gives him the flexibility to adapt and pivot when new data presents itself, ensuring that his companies are always moving forward with the most up-to-date, evidence-based strategies. Finally, one of Musk's core strategies is his willingness to take risks. He doesn't shy away from uncertainty or failure. In fact, he embraces it. Unlike many entrepreneurs who avoid risk or try to minimize uncertainty at all costs, Musk sees these elements as essential components of innovation and progress. His approach involves diving into challenges that seem daunting or even impossible to others, knowing that the potential for breakthrough solutions often lies on the other side of risk. Musk's willingness to take risks is most evident in the early stages of his ventures. For example, when he started SpaceX, the odds of success were incredibly low. The space industry was dominated by large established players, and private companies had not yet shown they could successfully build and launch rockets. Yet Musk invested his own fortune into SpaceX, betting on the belief that reusable rockets could revolutionize space travel and drastically reduce the cost of exploration. The company faced multiple failures, with several rocket launches ending in disaster. However, rather than backing down, Musk used each failure as a learning experience, tweaking and improving designs based on what went wrong. His risk-taking paid off when SpaceX became the first private company to successfully send a rocket into orbit, and later the first to land a rocket on a drone ship at sea. These monumental achievements would not have been possible without Musk's comfort with uncertainty and his ability to push through failure. This mindset is similarly visible in Musk's work with Tesla. When he first launched the company, many doubted the future of electric vehicles, citing the high cost of production, limited battery technology, and consumer skepticism about range and charging infrastructure. Musk, however, saw these challenges as solvable problems rather than insurmountable barriers. He invested millions of dollars into Tesla during critical times, risking his own personal wealth when others were ready to walk away. The company faced numerous setbacks, from production delays to financial crises, but Musk's willingness to take risks allowed him to stay focused on the long-term vision. Today, Tesla is the leading electric vehicle manufacturer in the world, revolutionizing the automotive industry and proving that high-risk investments in groundbreaking technology can lead to extraordinary rewards. Musk's approach to risk isn't just about throwing caution to the wind. It's about calculated risk-taking. He carefully assesses the potential upsides and downsides of a decision and is willing to gamble on long-term rewards. He is also not afraid of failure, knowing that each setback is an opportunity to learn, refine, and improve. In fact, Musk has said that failure is an integral part of innovation. The more you fail, the closer you get to the ultimate success. This perspective helps him to see risks as a natural part of the journey rather than something to avoid at all costs. Musk also recognizes that without risk, there is no progress. Many industries operate within a comfort zone, relying on existing technologies and established business models. Musk, on the other hand, consistently pushes boundaries by investing in ventures that may seem overly ambitious or downright improbable. For instance, with Neuralink, he is exploring ways to merge the human brain with artificial intelligence, a field that is fraught with both technological and ethical challenges. Likewise, the Boring Company aims to revolutionize urban transportation with underground tunnels, a concept that has its own set of technical and financial risks. Musk's ability to embrace these uncertainties reflects his belief that risk and reward are inseparable, and that extraordinary breakthroughs are only achieved by stepping into the unknown. In the face of risk, Musk maintains a remarkable sense of resilience. When the future seems uncertain or when things are going wrong, he does not retreat. Instead, he stays focused and works through the problem. His resilience is rooted in his deep conviction that pushing the boundaries of what's possible is worth the risk, no matter how daunting it may seem at the time. This resilience also allows him to withstand public scrutiny and criticism, which often accompany such high-risk endeavors. Through his determination and persistence, Musk has proven that embracing risk and uncertainty can lead to transformative changes, not just for his companies, but for entire industries and society at large. Musk's willingness to take risks has been a defining characteristic of his career, one that has enabled him to break through barriers, challenge the status quo, and create some of the most influential companies of our time. By embracing uncertainty and seeing failure as an opportunity for growth, Musk has been able to turn ambitious, high-risk ideas into groundbreaking realities. Musk's approach is not just about solving immediate problems, but about envisioning the future. He keeps a long-term perspective on everything he does, which is fundamental to his strategy of creating world-changing technologies. Instead of focusing solely on short-term gains or immediate results, Musk thinks about the broader, long-term impact of his work. His vision extends beyond the next quarter's earnings report or the next product release. He is thinking decades ahead, shaping industries, societies, and even the future of humanity itself. One of the clearest examples of Musk's long-term vision is his work with SpaceX. From the outset, he has been focused on making space travel affordable and ultimately making humanity a multiplanetary species. This bold goal is far beyond the scope of any immediate business success or short-term commercial profit. While many space companies focus on satellite launches or government contracts, Musk's vision for SpaceX is to lay the groundwork for human life on other planets, with Mars being a primary target. This ambition requires not only technological breakthroughs, but also a reimagining of how we approach space travel, its costs, and its logistical challenges. SpaceX's successes in reusable rocket technology are a direct result of this long-term thinking. Rather than simply creating a single-use rocket to launch satellites, Musk envisioned a future where rockets could be reused, dramatically cutting down the cost of space missions and making interplanetary travel feasible. Similarly, Tesla's success can be attributed to Musk's long-term vision for the electric vehicle market. When he first started Tesla, electric vehicles were considered impractical by many due to high costs, limited range, and insufficient charging infrastructure. However, Musk saw the future differently. He wasn't just focused on selling a few luxury electric cars to early adopters. He was thinking about the mass market potential of electric cars and the profound environmental and societal changes that would come with a shift away from fossil fuels. His vision wasn't limited to the car itself, but included a global transition to sustainable energy, with solar power and battery storage systems playing a key role in that future. Musk's ability to see beyond the limitations of existing technology and envision a world powered by renewable energy was central to Tesla's rise as a leader in electric vehicles. His focus on the long term has driven the company to innovate in ways others didn't think possible, from advancements in battery technology to creating a vast network of superchargers that makes electric vehicle ownership more convenient.